welcome to another Teacher's Corner playthrough. I'm Teacher Kirby. Get rid of Philip Cray there, he has nothing for us. And we are here to play the newest featured episode, Beyond the Nexus. Our first episode with Geordi LaForge. So, the Alliance has sent you to aid legendary Starfleet Captain Geordi LaForge in investigating the Nexus, a stellar phenomenon that visits this part of the galaxy only once every 39.1 years. Remember to replay this mission next week for another exclusive reward. Alright, and let's go. Here we go.
We recently received a distress signal from the USS Forrestal, a ship we thought was lost in the Nexus back in 2332. We sent the USS Madison out to investigate, but they haven't checked in for some time. Considering the Nexus is involved, they could be in trouble. The Madison's last known position was in the Rotanev system. Meet with the USS Challenger there to investigate the situation. Her captain has some experience with the Nexus.
Go to the Rotanev system and search for the USS Madison. And we will receive our featured episode weekly reward, some dilithium, and a choice between the following. And for this week, it is reinforced armaments. We get plus 53.3 power transfer rate, plus 20 starship hull restoration, plus 20 starship hull capacity, and it is part of a 3-piece set, which we will have the other 2 pieces available as the featured episode unwinds. And that beam may be interesting. I'll have to take a look later. Alright. And so I click accept because of course I want to do this. Now here's a little trick. While it is the featured episode, because I don't want to spend EC, or if you don't want to spend EC, well, first I want to make that primary. If you don't want to spend EC to get there, because if I try and transwarp it's going to charge me 35,000 energy credits. So if I don't want to spend DC to get there, I can open up my mission journal, click on the play now, and this pops up. If I use this to transwarp, it is a free transwarp. And then I can close both those windows when I get there. There we go. Alright, here we go. Beyond the Nexus. We're gonna get to play with Geordi.
Good to see you again. Looks like the 2 missing ships are here, although they're both in a disabled state. Neither of them have responded to our hails. That's entirely possible. Even minimal exposure to the Nexus can be pretty disruptive to ship systems. I think we should take a closer look. Things could be worse than our initial scans have indicated.
Let's get closer and scan them. Answer hail from USS Madison.
Apologies. This ship's taken some damage here. Short-range comms are barely working, and we're experiencing widespread systems failure on all decks. Our Nexus defense screen's overloaded, and we were exposed to a full blast. We're lucky to be here. We could use your help.
We're on our way. Admiral, the Challenger is hailing us. On screen.
Something's not right here. I worked on the Nexus Defense Screens project, and a catastrophic failure like that seems unlikely. In an overload situation like she described, the ship wouldn't be disabled. It'd be destroyed.
Let's get a short-range scan. I'm picking up some Nexus radiation and signs of minor combat damage on both ships, but nothing close to what the captain of the Madison was claiming. Admiral, the Madison has raised shields. They're powering up their weapons. Red alert, all hands, battle station. What's happening?
Whatever they fired just disrupted most of our systems. We're sitting ducks over here.
Defend Geordie's ship.
We're still trying to figure out what they hit us with over here. Whatever it was, it knocked most of our systems out. We're running on emergency power. I think we'd better get over there and find out what's going on while we still have a functioning ship between us. Meet me at these coordinates on deck 10.
Beam over.
Looks like someone activated the security system on this deck. Fortunately, I know a thing or two about that system. The console here is offline, but there should be a functional one nearby in a holodeck. From there, we can access the system and shut the fields down.
Sounds like a plan. I would certainly hope Geordie knows a thing or two about that system. Alright, so we're going to the holodeck. Oh my god, we're walking. Oh my god.
This holodeck's down.
Look at that. I'm fangirl, I'm telling ya. Fangirl.
Alright, let's get to work. With luck, we should be able to bypass the system and drop those... Wait.
Something wrong, Captain?
Someone's loading up a holodeck program in here, and I've got a feeling it's not for R&R.
Ready weapon?
Activating program Barkley, 42 Epsilon. Safety protocols
Barkley?
are disengaged.
Please, help us! The Borg are everywhere!
The program's locked. We'll have to survive the battle to leave. Last wave. Unless they change the program.
Oh, thank you. If there's anything I can do to repay you, anything at all.
Computer, pause program.
That's definitely a Reg Barkley program. Let's get back to business. We'd better bypass security before they send more sparring partners to deal with.
Let's use the holodeck arch console. Override security system. I hate these things. I hate these little mini games. If any devs are watching, I hate these little mini games. I don't know whose bright idea it was, but it's not a bright idea.
Okay, that did it. Security systems are down on this deck, and they won't be putting us into another holodeck scenario anytime soon.
Excellent.
This is Commander Tobias. Please I repeat, if you can hear this, come to 10 forward at once. There's...
10 forward? Ah! We're barely reading you.
Our defenses just dropped. We require your... They are closing on a... Hurry. It won't be long before they attack.
Who's going to attack?
Someone's jamming that signal. We'd better get to 10 forward.
Agreed. Alright, how do we get to 10 forward? Looks like we go this way. Oh, this looks just like Enterprise D. There's 10 forward. Oh, talk to Commander Tafal.
Thank you for coming. The Madison has been taken over by hostile forces, and we are in dire need of assistance.
What happened here?
We responded to a distress call from USS Forrestal, long thought lost to the Nexus. As we closed to assist, the Madison was struck by a potent beam of psionic energy. It disabled the ship and left us vulnerable to attack. Mind-controlled members of the Forrestal's crew then beamed over and took control of this vessel. We few are all that remain free.
Who or what is behind this?
An alien of tremendous psionic ability, formerly trapped within the Nexus. We believe it lured the Forrestal there in an escape attempt, which failed. Somehow, it was able to break free when the Nexus recently returned. Though powerful, there are limits to the alien's ability. The combat with your ship has weakened it considerably. Now is the time to strike. The controlled crew are bound to attack again soon.
Set weapons to stun if they
Picking
do.
up transporter signals, multiple contacts. We've got incoming.
Enemy contacts inbound.
Looks like we bought ourselves a little time. We should discuss our next move soon. You might talk with some of the survivors here for more information as well. Your call.
Thank you, Cap. Alright.
I have a feeling these attacks will intensify as the alien gains strength. If we're going to do something to save this ship, we'll need to do it fast. Let's get down to main engineering. I think we can get a better grip on the security system there and use it to incapacitate both the hostile crew and the alien.
Agreed.
Take these psionic inhibitors with you. We hope to use them on some of our dominated crewmates prior to your arrival. But I suspect they will serve you better at this time. They should protect you if the alien attempts to take control of your minds.
Thank you, Commander. Alright. I'm gonna take this time to pet my tribble. Okay. So now we go out of 10 forward. It looked just like 10 forward. And now we're going to engineering. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Personal shield losing power.
Watch it! They're beaming in reinforcements.
Losing power.
Looks like engineering. It looks like engineering.
Heads up! More hostiles incoming!
Personal shield losing power.
We've got a couple of problems here. Main power's offline, and there's a lot of Nexus radiation getting past the screens. I'll handle the power situation while you deal with the radiation. Once that's done, we can bring the security systems back online.
Understood. Alright, we're recalibrating the screens. Ugh. Once again, whoever's bright idea this was to put these mini games in, horrible. Ugh. Whoever's bright idea, it was not a bright idea.
Nice work. Radiation levels are back in the safe zone, and I've managed to prime the warp core. Give me a hand with it, and we can restore main power.
Acknowledged. There we go. Restore warp.
That did it. Main power's back online, and warp core is stable. I've activated most of the security systems, but it looks like the bridge is still under enemy control. It's a good bet that's where the alien is.
Let's retake the bridge. Gonna leave the spoils of war. Here we go to the turbo lift, and we go to the bridge.
This ship and all upon it belong to Cosmo.
Starfleet disagrees with you on that.
Your words mean nothing. Kill them. Kill them now.
We are here to assist you.
Kill Cosber. He's just flying around. He's just flying around. He don't care.
Personal shield losing power.
I'm reading the alien on sensors. It's back on the forestall. This isn't over yet.
Recommendations?
The Challenger might be able to fight, but most of this ship's crew is unconscious. Beam back. I'm reading the alien on sensors. The Challenger might be able to fight, but most of this ship's crew is unconscious. Beam back to your ship and deal with the forestall. I'll do what I can here to get the shields up and keep the Madison in one piece.
Understood. Good luck, Captain. Ready to beam you back on your command, Admiral. Beam over. Alright, here we go. Admiral, we're being hailed by the Forrestal. I think it's the alien. On screen.
Shall the battle continue? Shall you strike me anew again and again until nothing remains?
Stand down and the fight's over.
Once I was imprisoned within the Nexus, cast away for defying those who called themselves my rulers. And now a new jailer comes, demanding submission.
Release the ship and her crew.
No, I need this ship and everyone on it. They give me what I need to return home and avenge my imprisonment. I will not give them up.
Unfortunate. Tactical fire to disable.
The Challenger stands ready to assist you.
Warning, ship is under attack.
It seems I am at your mercy. Will you strike the killing blow now, as is your right?
No, you'll be taken into custody. Alive.
If that is to be my fate, I yield. The ship and crew are yours. It is an unexpected mercy, one I would not extend to a vanquished foe on the battlefield. Much has changed since my banishment to the Nexus.
You made the right choice. Admiral, we're being hailed by the Madison. Put them on screen.
Nicely done. I was able to get a call into Starfleet, and we should have backup here soon. In the meantime, I'll keep working with the crews of the disabled ships. We'll have them up and running again in no time.
Glad to hear it.
You saved a lot of lives here today. You showed mercy to someone who wasn't inclined to return the favor. That goes a long way in my book.
Thank you, Captain.
You're welcome. Once we're done here, we'll go back to working with the Lucari on a big project. I've enjoyed seeing their protomatter technology firsthand. Hopefully, we won't run into any Zenkethi trouble while we're out there. I'd rather not see their protomatter weapon in action if I can avoid it.
Likewise. Safe travels, Captain. And that's it. All decks have reported in, Admiral, ready to depart on your command. Depart system. Alright, so we had a little bit of fangirling because that was the Enterprise D set. Oh my gosh. I was waiting for those. So a little bit of fangirling. Next Gen was my first real exposure to Trek, so I was excited to see those. But, alright, let's hail command.
Interesting report. This alien was trapped for eons in the Nexus and wanted to leave? As I understand it, the Nexus is a paradise. Apparently there's at least one life form out there who disagrees. Fortunately, you saved a lot of lives, and 3 Starfleet vessels. Captain LaForge tells me they'll spend some time in space dock, but they'll be ready for duty again soon. And we can use all the ships we can get on the frontier these days. Well done.
Alright, let's take our featured. There we go. And take a quick look. Here we go. I shall put it on my ship. And let's put it here. More details. Okay. So big power transfer rate. Alright, so again, the stats, 53.3% power transfer rate, plus 20 starship hull restoration, plus 20 starship hull capacity, and it is part of a 3-piece set. So the 2-piece is speed tweaks. This gives plus 5% firing cycle haste for energy weapons. Ooh. And plus 5 flight speed. Nice. And 3 set gives reinforced engineering, and that is plus 20 all damage resistance rating and plus 20 starship hull capacity, increases starship maximum hit points. Okay, so interesting 2 and 3-piece set bonuses, something you might want to consider. Personally, I'd probably consider the 2-piece, but not necessarily the 3-piece. Depends on what it is you're going for with your ship, or if you need the damage resistance and the hull capacity. Alright, so this is Teacher Kirby. This has been another playthrough, and let me put my there we go. Okay, this has been another playthrough, and I will see you next time for the next featured episode. Bye bye.